Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So first we see definition of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. After that, we try to find eigenvalue and eigenvector of the given matrix. And at the last, we see properties of eigenvalue and eigenvectors. So first definition of eigenvalue. So let A be the n cross n given matrix. A scalar lambda is called eigenvalue of A if there exists a non-zero vector x such that Ax equal to lambda x. Such a vector x is called eigenvector corresponding to lambda. So a scalar lambda is called eigenvalue if there exists one non-zero vector x such that Ax equal to lambda x. If this equation satisfy for x and lambda, so lambda is called eigenvalue and x is called the eigenvector. If you simplify, so we'll get Ax minus lambda x equal to 0. So if you take x common, so we get A minus lambda I x equal to 0, where I is the identity matrix of order n. So this is the new matrix B. So Bx equal to 0. Now this is your homogeneous system of equation. This is your homogeneous system of linear equation where x is the unknown. So here we need non-zero solution of this system of equation. So in the previous video we have seen for the homogeneous system, if we need non-zero solution, then determinant of B should be 0, means rank of B should be less than n for non-zero solution. For non-zero solution, so determinant of B will be 0. So determinant of B will be determinant of B equal to A minus lambda I equal to 0. So this is your characteristic equation. This is the characteristic equation. So this will give the eigenvalues. This equation will give the eigenvalues. So if A is the 3 cross 3 matrix, means we'll get the cubic equation of characteristic equation. If A is the 2 cross 2 matrix, we get the quadratic equation, that characteristic equation. And since A is given n cross n matrix, so this is the polynomial of order n and it has n eigenvalues. Now for this determinant A minus lambda, this is a characteristic equation. From here we'll get the lambda. So for this corresponding lambda, we'll have the non-zero solution of this system. So here we'll solve and get the eigenvectors. So this will give the eigenvectors and this will give the eigenvalues. So first we'll find out the eigenvalue and corresponding lambda we'll try to find the eigenvectors. Let us take one matrix and try to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So this is the given matrix. This is a 3 cross 3 matrix. First row is 2 1 minus 1, second row 1 1 minus 2, and third row minus 1 minus 2 and 1. So for eigenvalue, first we write determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0, characteristic equation. determinant of a minus lambda equal to 0. So this also notation we have a minus lambda equal to 0. So first we see what is the a minus lambda I matrix. So a minus lambda I equal to, so a matrix we have 2 1 minus 1 1 1 minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 1 minus lambda, and I is the identity matrix. So 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this will be 2 minus lambda 1 minus 1 1 1 minus lambda minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 and 1 minus lambda. So this is your a minus lambda I. Now determinant of a minus lambda equal to 0. So determinant of this matrix, so determinant of the matrix is 2 minus lambda 1 minus 1 1 1 minus lambda minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 1 minus lambda equal to 0. So if you find the determinant, so we get one cubic equation in lambda. So I am finding the determinant of this matrix. So we get one cubic equation in lambda. So that will be lambda cube minus 4 lambda square minus lambda plus 4 equal to 0. So this is the cubic equation in lambda. So it has 3 roots. So if you factorize, you will get the lambda plus 1, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 4 equal to 0. So which imply lambda equal to, we can write 1 minus 1 and 4. So 3 eigenvalues we have for the matrix, 1 minus 1 and 4. Since order does not matter, we can write minus 1 1 4 also. So this lambda 1 minus 1 4 are the eigenvalues of given matrix A. So this is a given matrix. So this is a characteristic equation and these are the eigenvalues. We have one alternate method to find the characteristic equation. So without writing determinant of a minus lambda I, so we can write characteristic equation using this formula. So if it is 3 cross 3 matrix means we have lambda cube minus trace of a, trace means sum of diagonal elements of the matrix plus sum of diagonal minus. Here we have lambda square, here we have lambda. So sum of diagonal minus. So this we find the minor of each diagonal elements. So we have 3 diagonal elements. So here we have 3 terms and minus determinant of a equal to 0. So this is the alternative way to write the characteristic equation, lambda cube minus trace of a lambda square plus sum of diagonal minor into lambda minus determinant of a equal to 0. Let us write and compare with the determinant of a minus lambda I. So here lambda cube minus trace equal to sum of diagonal elements. So we can see 2 plus 1 plus 1 4. So we can have minus 4 lambda square plus sum of diagonal minus. So minus will be a11 plus a22 plus a33 lambda minus determinant is 4 here minus 4. So we can have minus 4 equal to 0. Let us try to see what is this minor. So if you find the minor a11, So I'll write, try to find minor here itself. So A11 is the minor of first diagonal elements. So this will be, if you take for 2, so this row and this column will disappear. So we'll get the 1 minus 4. So the matrix will be 1 minus 2 minus 2 1. So this will be 1 minus 4 minus 3. A11. A22, if you take this this one minor for this element, so this row and this column will go, so we get 2 minus 1, we'll get the 1. And A33, if you take this minor of this element, means this column, this row will go, means 2 minus 1 1 will get. So if you add, so we are getting minus 3 plus 1 plus 1. So minus 3 plus 1 plus 1. So we get the, so finally we get the lambda q minus 4 lambda square minus lambda plus 4 equal to 0. So this is your characteristic equation. So we'll see, we got from the alternative way, this is a characteristic equation, and already we have here also lambda q minus 4 lambda square minus lambda plus 4. So we can find the characteristic equation using any method, either determinant of a minus lambda equal to 0 or using this trace and minor method. Let us try to find the eigenvector for each eigenvalue. So here we have lambda equal to 1, minus 1 and 4. So eigenvector for lambda equal to 1. So we need to solve a minus lambda I x equal to 0. So we will have 1 minus a minus lambda I x equal to 0. So we can have a minus I x equal to 0. So we can have 1 1 minus 1 1 0 minus 2 and minus 1 minus 2 0. So this is the homogeneous system. So let us try to get the echelon form of this coefficient matrix, and we see. So first operation we can have R2 replaced by R2 minus R1. So I am writing here R2 replaced by R2 minus R1, and R3 replaced by R3 plus R1. So we get, so your equivalent matrix will be 1 1 minus 1 0 minus 1 and minus 2 plus 1, so minus 1, and we are adding R3 and R1, so 0 minus 1 minus 1. So if you see, third and second row are equivalent, so the equivalent matrix will be finally 1 1 minus 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0 0 0. So this is your echelon form. So if you take the second row, so we get x2 plus x3 equal to 0, which imply x2 equal to minus x3, and first equation x1 plus x2 minus x3 equal to 0. So here we have two equation and three unknowns. So one will be free variable. Let us have x3 the free variable. So if x3 equal to k, so x2 equal to minus k. Then x1 and x2 equal to minus k, and x3 equal to k equal to 0. So x1 equal to 2k, where k is the any real number. So the eigenvector will be, your eigenvector x1 is 2k, x2 equal to minus k, and x3 equal to k. So if k equal to 1, so we can have 2 minus 1 1. So this is your eigenvector for lambda equal to 1. So let us try to find eigenvector for lambda equal to minus 1. So your a minus lambda I x equal to 0. So lambda equal to -1. So we can have a plus ix equal to 0. So try to solve a plus I equal to x equal to 0. So we can have matrix A plus I. So it will be 3, 1, -1, 1, 2, -2, and -1, -2, and 2. x1, x2, x3 equal to 0, 0, 0. So this is your homogeneous system of equation, and we are trying to find x. So what we can do, if you see the second and third equation, so let us try to do the row operation. So we apply the two row operation. So first row operation we can have, if we want to make this 0, so we can have R2 replaced by 3 R2 minus R1, and if I want to make this 0, so simply I can have R3 replaced by R3 plus R2. So let us see the equivalent matrix. So 3, 1, -1. So this is 0, and this we can have 5, -5, and 0, 0, 0. So this is the row echelon form. So now from the second row we can have x2 equal to x3 from the second row. From the first row we can have 3x1 plus x2 minus x3 equal to 0. So 3x1 equal to 0, which imply x1 equal to 0. So let us have it is k, x1 x2 equal to x3 equal to k. So your eigenvector will be 0 k k. If k equal to 1, so we can have 0 1 1. So this is the eigenvector for lambda equal to -1. Similarly, we can find the eigenvector for lambda equal to 4. So we can have matrix here A minus 4i x equal to 0. So it will be, this matrix will be 2. So we can have 2 minus 4 minus 2, 1 minus 1, 1, 1 minus 4 minus 3, minus 2, and minus 1, minus 2, 1. x1, x2, x3 equal to 0, 0, 0. So this we can have a row operation, get the echelon form, and get the solution. So here answer will be, eigenvector x will be minus k, and k. So if k equal to 1, so we can have -1, -1, 1, or one can have 1, 1, -1. So this is the eigenvector for lambda equal to 4. So this is the P matrix of eigenvectors x1, x2, x3. And x1 is the eigenvector of lambda 1, that was 1, and x2 is the eigenvector for lambda 2, that was -1, and x3 is the eigenvector for lambda 3, that is the 4. So this matrix is called the model matrix. So the matrix of eigenvectors is called the model matrix. Now one very important things, if all three eigenvalues are distinct, so we get independent eigenvectors. For the distinct eigenvalue we have the independent eigenvectors. In the case of repeated roots, repeated eigenvalues, we may or may not have independent eigenvectors. So let us see the next example of repeated roots. Let us take the second example. A is the given matrix. So here I am writing characteristic equation and eigenvalues directly, because you can find out using the previous question. So here lambda equal to 1 1 2. So this is the repeated eigenvalues. So we'll try to find the eigenvectors for lambda equal to 1 and lambda equal to 2. So let us see for lambda equal to 1 what will be the eigenvectors. So a minus lambda I, so lambda equal to 1, so x equal to 0. So this will be 6 minus 2 minus 4, and next will be 3 and minus 1 minus 2 and 6 minus 2 and minus 3 and minus 1, so minus 4, x equal to 0. So if you see carefully, this all three rows are equivalent. So if you do the row operation, so R2 replaced by R2 2R2 minus R1, so this will be 0. If R3 replaced by R3 minus R1, so this will be 0. So finally, out of these three equation, we get only single equation. That equation will be 3x1 minus x2 minus 2x3 equal to 0. All three lines are equivalent. So I have taken only one line. Now here we have one equation and three variables. So 2 will be independent variable, or we say free variable. So x3 and x2 are free variable. So let us have in first case, let us have x3 equal to 0 and x2 equal to 1. So what is your x1? So 3x1 minus 1 minus 0 equal to 0. So x1 equal to 1 by 3. So the first eigenvector will be 1 by 3 and x2 equal to 1 and x3 is 0. Or we can have 1 3 0. So since here two free variables, so we can have two independent eigenvectors. So here x2 1, x3 0 I have taken. In second case, we can have x2 0 and x3 1. So from this we have 3x1 minus 2 equal to 0. So x1 equal to 2 by 3. So your eigenvector will be x1, x2 0, x3 1. So we can have 2 2 0 3. So this is your first eigenvector, this is the second eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 1. So first eigenvector, second eigenvector for lambda equal to 1, and these two are independent eigenvectors. And for lambda equal to 2, we can find the eigenvectors as usual. Already we know how to find lambda equal to 2 eigenvector. So lambda equal to 2, we can find the eigenvector as usual. So this is left for you. You just try to find the eigenvector for lambda equal to 2. So in this matrix, for lambda 1 was the repeated root and we got two independent eigenvectors. We can have one example where we have repeated roots but eigenvectors are not independent. So let us have one small example. 1 2 0 1. This is matrix. So what is the eigenvalues? Eigenvalues will be lambda equal to 1 1. So eigenvector will be, so we need to solve 1 minus lambda I x equal to 0. So we have 0 2 0 0, x1 x2 equal to 0 0. So here we have 2x2 equal to 0, which imply x2 equal to 0. And x1 is the free variable because we are getting only one equation and two variables. So one will be free variable, so x2 equal to 0 and x1 is free variable. So your eigenvector will be k into k and 0. So if k equal to 1 means 1 0. So only one eigenvector for repeated root lambda equal to 1. If you write the second eigenvector, so this will be, that will be the dependent of this eigenvector. So in the case of repeated roots, we may or may not have independent eigenvectors. Let us have properties of eigenvalues. So the first property we have sum of eigenvalue equal to trace of the matrix, which is also equal to sum of diagonal elements, so sum of eigenvalues equal to trace of the matrix, that is also equal to sum of diagonal elements. So this property we can use for verification of eigenvalues. We got the eigenvalues, now we want to know whether these eigenvalues are correct or not. So just you add eigenvalues and add the diagonal elements, so both should be same, that is called trace of the matrix. Second, we have product of eigenvalues, equal to determinant, product of eigenvalues equal to determinant of A. This second property. And third property we have, so from this we can have, if it is singular matrix, if we have the singular matrix, so for singular matrix at least one eigenvalue will be 0, because for singular matrix determinant is 0. So determinant is 0 here, it means at least one eigenvalue will be 0. Next we have third one, if lambda is eigenvalue of A, so 1 by lambda is eigenvalue of A inverse. So this is very simple. Let lambda is the eigenvalue of A, so we have Ax equal to lambda x, so we can multiply by A inverse, so we get Ax equal to lambda inverse A inverse lambda x, so this will be lambda A inverse x, so this we can write A inverse x equal to 1 by lambda into x. So if lambda is the eigenvalue of A, so 1 by lambda is the eigenvalue of A inverse, provided lambda should be non-singular, non-zero. So the next property we have, A and A transpose both have same eigenvalues, both have same eigenvalues. So this we can show using the property determinant of A and A transpose are same. So let us have determinant of A transpose minus lambda I equal to determinant of A transpose minus lambda transpose, because I identity matrix, so transpose and both same, so this will be A minus lambda I transpose, and determinant of A and A transpose both will be same, so determinant of A minus lambda I. So determinant of A transpose minus lambda I equal to determinant of A minus lambda I. So characteristic equation for A and A transpose both will be same, so eigenvalue will be same for A and A transpose. So we have a few properties of eigenvector. So first we have eigenvectors are not unique. This already we have seen. Eigenvectors are not unique. And the second and very important property we have, the eigenvectors are independent corresponding to distinct eigenvalues. So we can write here eigenvectors are independent independent corresponding to distinct eigenvalues. If we have distinct eigenvalues, so eigenvectors are independent. So third property we can have eigenvectors may or may not be independent for repeated eigenvalues. So we have seen two examples. In one example, for repeated root we had independent eigenvectors, and in the second example for a repeated root we have only one eigenvector. It means if you write the second one, so that will be the dependent eigenvector of the first one. So fourth property we can have, the eigenvector is same for A and A inverse. And fifth we can have, if x is the eigenvector, so lambda x also is the eigenvector corresponding to same eigenvalues. So here I have given the definition of eigenvalues, eigenvector, and we have worked out some problem how to find the eigenvalue for distinct roots and repeated roots, and few properties of eigenvalue and eigenvector. Thank you.